Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Today we are going to discuss very important topic from our curriculum, and that is Yoga Upanishad. This topic is very, very important for yoga students. But there are very few informations available about this very special topic, which is Yoga Upanishad. So today we are going to see something about this topic. But prior to that, we have to understand some of the questions. And those questions are very, very important to understand what exactly Yoga Upanishad is. So the first question is, what is yoga? Second is, what is Upanishad? And third is, what is Yoga Upanishad? If we want to understand something about Yoga Upanishad, there are two terms in this topic. One is yoga, another is Upanishad. So, as we know, what is yoga? We have already seen, we have learned. Yoga term derived from the Sanskrit root yuja, and yuja means union. But unfortunately, most of the people are not capable to understand this fact. They don't know what is union. It is a union of all the 5 aspects of personality. As a human, we have 5 aspects. And those are physical, mental, emotional, social, and spiritual. But unfortunately, it is a big misunderstanding with the people that they consider only physical personality is important. And they give more weightage to physical personality and very less weightage to other 4 aspects of personality, which are mental, emotional, social, and spiritual. And that's why, unless and until we are not capable to understand that yoga is to achieve integration of personality, it is not possible to achieve the ultimate aim of a human being. So, what is the aim of a human being? Yoga says, Samadhi, liberation is the ultimate aim. Yoga says, to understand your true nature is the aim. So, if Samadhi is the aim, if Samadhi is the ultimate aim, how to achieve this? Is there any information we get from different texts? And Upanishad, the best literature to understand what is the ultimate aim. Frankly speaking, this Samadhi is not difficult to achieve, but it seems difficult. And the reason is, we are very happy with our illusions. As and when we try to remove those illusions, then automatically we will understand what is the aim of our life. Those illusions are hurdles in our knowing of this ultimate aim. Remember one thing, we are not physical having spiritual experiences. We are in fact spiritual beings and getting experiences at physical level. So, as and when we get right knowledge, and if we try to implement that knowledge in our life, automatically to achieve Samadhi or this ultimate aim is very easy. So Upanishadic philosophy says that try to understand the aim of your life. And yogic philosophy says how to achieve that aim of life. And that's why Upanishad is theoretical and yogic is practical philosophy to reach up to this ultimate aim of a human being. So definitely, some of the people may think this is little difficult path, but in fact it is not difficult path. Then why people consider it is difficult path? Why they feel it is difficult path? Because they are not morally purified. So why yoga? Yoga is just to purify morally. Yoga is just to remove the toxins from the body, disturbances from the mind, and duality from the intellect, those types of impurities are there. And once a practitioner, a sadhaka, perform yogic practices, automatically it is possible for him or her to purify. So that's why morally lazy mind sees always such things are difficult. But as and when you try to remove this impurity, automatically light will come in your life and you will understand what is the aim of your life. At that time, you will understand this path is not difficult. In fact, it is easy path. So, what Upanishad says, only with intellectual understanding, it is not possible to reach up to this ultimate aim. And for that, you need blessings from the masters, blessings from the Almighty. It's a beautiful text called Avadhuta Gita. And great Master Dattatreya, great Lord Dattatreya says, by God's grace alone, one can make this impossible possible. That's why the role of blessing is very, very essential to get such knowledge. So, what is the message from this doctrine? What is the message Upanishad wanted to give? And the message is very interesting. They say, your own self is in fact part of that universal self. One conscious principle is there which is residing in your body, which is called your own self, and another conscious principle residing in this universe, which is called universal soul or self. So, but to understand this fact at intellectual level, it is little difficult because such concepts are always beyond intellect. And that's why people consider this knowledge is little difficult. And that's why to learn Upanishad, we need little bit eligibility of the sadhaka or the practitioner because such concepts are little difficult. And that's why this topic should be taught to selected few. This topic is not for everyone. So let us see something about this Upanishad. When we talk about this Upanishad, it is very important to quote one name of a great master, Adi Shankaracharya. The role of Adi Shankaracharya we cannot ignore because he, by his wisdom, has written number of commentaries on basically ancient Upanishads. Some says on 10 Upanishads, some says on 11 Upanishads. And those cardinal Upanishads we know, which are those Isha, Kena, Katha, Prashna, Mundaka, Mandukya, Aiteria, Taiteriya, Chandogya, and Bruhadaranyaka. Why commentaries are very important? Because sometimes original text, to get understanding from those original text, ancient text, it is not possible. And that's why commentaries are very, very important to understand the real theme from that literature. So, a great master Shankaracharya, we should convey thanks to him for these beautiful commentaries he has written. So, through those commentaries, we can understand the message of Upanishad. What is the message? The message is the world is full of diversity, pain and sufferings, we can say. But we have to understand this is a fact existing only on the surface level. This reality is only at surface level. Therefore, this superficial and apparent story should not mislead our understanding. Problem is only at outer level. But as we go more deeper and subtle, we try to understand this life is very beautiful. This human birth is very precious. And why this human birth is precious? Because this is the only birth. This human birth is the only birth by which we can understand who am I? What is the purpose of my life? Why I have taken birth? So the question comes then, what is that? by knowing which everything in this universe is known. And we have to understand answer for this question. What is that? By knowing which everything in this universe is known. That is the fundamental principle we have to understand here. And let us try to understand who is that principle. If we understand that principle, we will understand everything. And that principle is called as Brahman in this Upanishadic language. This is ultimate and absolute cause of the universe. This universe is only created because of this Brahman. And we have to understand same fundamental principle residing in your body, same consciousness residing in your body is called Atman. So subjective and objective difference is there. Brahman is external, Atman is internal. And that's why if you want to understand that fundamental principle, which is universal consciousness, that is called Brahman. But if you are capable to understand that same fundamental principle residing in your body, that is Atman, then it is easy to understand both the principles. So they say, just as by knowing the lump of clay, all that is made of clay is known. So is the case with the knowing of this Brahman. That's why you have to understand first your Atman or embodied consciousness, then it is possible to understand this external consciousness, which is called Brahman. But let us try to understand something about this Nirguna Brahman, without attributes, without qualities. So it is neither gross nor minute, neither short nor long, neither shadow nor darkness, neither air nor ether, neither taste nor smell. It means that it is beyond our all the sense organs. And we are slave of sense organs because everything we try to understand through our sense organs. And that's why as this Nirguna, without quality, without attribute, Brahman is beyond our sense organs, sometimes it is not possible to understand. And that's why Upanishads say, only with negation, only with neti, you can understand this. And that's why sometimes we feel this Upanishad is little bit difficult to be understood. So one thing we understood today, individual self, which is called Atman, is identical with this universal consciousness called Brahman. So Upanishad says, sages, the masters from Upanishad, they say, these two birds, Atman and Brahman, of fanciful feathers, rest on the same tree. Two are never separated or different. One is Atman, who is enjoying the fruits of your own karmas, but at the same time, the Brahman just witnesses without enjoying anything. So here, it is a beautiful analogy given with Upanishad. And that's why both are identical. And thus, all the Upanishads, they are mentioning beautiful Mahavakyas in all the Upanishads. They are called Mahavakyas. For example, Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya. What is the meaning of this? Brahman is real, the world is unreal. Unfortunately, we consider opposite. We consider Brahman is unreal and world is real, which is false understanding. That's why the first Mahavakya suggested by Upanishad is what? Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya. Second is Ekam Eva Dvitiyam Brahman. Brahman is one without a second, because this principle is ultimate. Prajnanam Brahman. Brahman is supreme knowledge. So that's why we have to take this supreme knowledge. Once we are capable to understand this knowledge, there is nothing left. Everything is achievable. Tattvamasi. That is what you are. Brahman is supreme knowledge. Brahman is without second. That is what you are. Then I am Atma Brahman. Means what? Atman and Brahman are the same. One consciousness is in Brahmanda, the external world. Same consciousness residing in your body. And that's why Atman and Brahman are same. And in that sense, then Aham Brahmasmi. That is a beautiful quotation. If Atman and Brahman same, then I am Brahman. I am that ultimate principle. And once you are capable to understand you are that ultimate principle, then finally the seventh Mahavakya, which is called Sarvam Khalvidam Brahman. What is the meaning of that? All of this is Brahman. So this is the hierarchy of Mahavakyas we can understand through this Upanishad. It is so easy maybe to understand through intellect, but the problem is that it is difficult to apply in your life. Why? Because one who is a half-boiled personality from within, one is restless to the heart, disturbed every movement, and any type of disturbances are there for him. This Upanishad topic is very difficult. So that's why the disturbances should be removed. And is there any technique by which we can remove those disturbances? For example, we are having bodily disturbances. Various kinds of disturbances are there. For example, bodily disturbances. For example, pranic disturbances. For example, sensory, mental, intellectual disturbances are there. So is there any technique? If we remove those disturbances, then automatically we can achieve self-control. So the question is there any technique by which we can remove all the disturbances, maybe at physical level, pranic level, sensory level? And the question is yes. And that subject is called yoga, because yoga has all the solutions. You just ask the problem and solution is there in yoga. For example, you are having bodily disturbances, yoga is there. For example, mental disturbances, yoga is there. For example, sensory disturbances, pranic disturbances, yoga is there. For example, intellectual disturbances, yoga is there. For example, supra-here disturbances, still yoga is there. And that's why yoga and Upanishad are going together, because to fulfill the fundamental principles or to achieve this state, eternal state given in Upanishad, can be achieved through practice of yoga. And that's why yoga and Upanishad, both terms are working together. And that's why our topic is related to Yoga Upanishad. So here we have to understand little bit about different classifications are there about Upanishad. Which are those classifications? Basically, there are three classifications we can make it. One is ancient Upanishad, commented by great master Shankaracharya. This is first. What is second? Those Upanishads not commented by Shankaracharya, but recognized for its knowledge or wisdom, but not related to yoga. This is second. And what is third category, or what is third classification? Upanishads not commented by Shankaracharya, considered as a knowledge or wisdom, but related to topic of yoga. So these are three classifications we can easily make out. So one more classification is there. For example, simple classification, we can group it, all the Upanishads, such as ancient Upanishad, medieval Upanishad, and recent Upanishad. This is another classification. So let us see something about those classifications, some explanation. Which are ancient or principal or cardinal Upanishad? This group includes those Upanishads on which Adi Shankara has written commentaries, and also those which have been cited by him in these commentaries. It means that ancient Upanishad, we have seen which are those 10 or 11 Upanishads are there. We know that. Which are those? Isha, Kena, Katha, Prashna, Mundaka, Mandukya, Aiteria, Taiteriya, Chandogya, and Brihadaranyaka. Those Upanishads are there on which we find commentaries. Those are called cardinal or ancient or principal Upanishad. Then medieval Upanishads means what? In this group, we may name those 108 Upanishads on which Narayan and Shankarananda has written commentary. Remember, is Shankarananda, not Shankaracharya. In ancient Upanishad, you will find commentary written by Shankaracharya. But in medieval Upanishad, you will find commentaries written by great masters Narayana or Shankarananda, and we can easily convey the period of that commentary Dipika in 14th century AD. And third is recent Upanishad. All other Upanishads excluded from these two groups came into existence during last 300 to 400 years, or more preciously after 14th century, are called recent Upanishad. So there are three categories we have seen: ancient Upanishad, medieval Upanishad, and recent Upanishad. Now, later Upanishads, it is interesting to note, it is surprising to note that content and method of presentation of later Upanishad differ from their ancient counterparts. So the writing style is different. In ancient literature, writing style is different. In later Upanishad, writing style is different. In medieval Upanishad, less stress upon practice of yoga, austerity, cult of Shiva or Vishnu, understanding of human anatomy. Such topics were there in medieval Upanishad. But ancient Upanishad, especially they wanted to speak about Tattva Jnana, the philosophical aspects. So these are grouped according to their subject, such as Shaivism, Shakta, Yoga, Vaishnava. Different schools are there. So we can see those classifications in those different Upanishads. So here, when we see different cults, so roughly we can say that Vaishnava Upanishads are 34, Shaura are 5, Shaiva Upanishads are 27, Shakta are 27 again, Ganapatya Upanishads are 4, and see here, Yogic Upanishad or Yoga Upanishad are 20, Sannyasa Upanishad are 22, and Vedanta up to 41. So this is rough calculation we can say about this recent Upanishad. But as our topic is related to Yoga Upanishad, we have to quote one great master in modern century, and he is Pandit Mahadeva Shastri, who has collected 20 Yoga Upanishad. It is a great service offered by him, and he published one book through Adyar Library, Madras in 1920. But he named some of the manuscripts, some of the Upanishad, considering Yogic Upanishad. But up to that, no one worked on the critical aspect of those Upanishad. And it is a privilege to let you know, my dear students, that it was a great opportunity for me and our institute, the Lonavala Yoga Institute, because we consider that it is the need of the hour that someone should publish critical editions of those selected Yoga Upanishad, and it was possible for us to publish 5 Upanishad from the 5 Yoga Upanishad from the list of 20 Yoga Upanishads, and they were Trishiki Brahmana Upanishad, Yoga Kundalya Upanishad, Yoga Chudamanya Upanishad, Mandala Brahmana Upanishad, and Nada Bindu Upanishad. Those 5 Upanishads are very, very important. Those 5 Yoga Upanishads are very, very important. And those 5 are part of our syllabus for this MA course as well. So these are critical editions, very, very important. And you will be surprised to see the content from this. Which are the contents you will find in those Upanishads, from 20 Upanishads? You find it is a culmination of different schools over here. For example, Vedantic topic is there. For example, Patanjali Yoga topic is also there. For example, Tantric topic is there. Some topics related to Natha cult also you will find there. And you will be surprised, something related to Bhakti Yoga is also there. And that's why Yoga Upanishad is very, very essential to be learned. Which are other Upanishads? We will see the list as well. But there are 3 commentaries I found while working on that. And we included those 3 commentaries in those Yoga Upanishad. What is the importance of those commentaries? Because sometimes original text, it is little difficult to understand. But commentaries are very, very important to be understood the topic. So Deepika, one commentary written by Shankarananda and Narayana and also Ramatirtha. Then another commentary we found Bhashya by great scholar Appaya Dikshit, and another commentary we found written on all the 20 Yogopanishads, and that is Vivarana, written by Upanishad Brahma Yogin. So here, if we want to classify those 20 Yogopanishads and under different Vedas, we can easily say that Rigveda, 1 Yogopanishad, Shukla Yajurved, 4 Yogopanishad, Krishna Yajurved, 10 Yogopanishad, Samaveda, 2 Yogopanishad, and Atharva Veda, there are 3. So total 20 Yogopanishads are there from different Vedas. So here, which are those 20 Upanishads? At least we have to understand. So it is a list. I just name the Upanishads for you. For example, Nada Bindu Upanishad. This is in our syllabus. We have 5 Yogopanishad to be learned, and out of 20, there are 5 which are written in this yellow lettering. So Nada Bindu, this is in our syllabus. Then Advaitaraka Upanishad, Trishiki Brahmana Upanishad, Mandala Brahmana Upanishad. Those 2 are again in our curriculum and syllabus in MA Yoga course. Then Hansopanishad, Amrita Nadopanishad, Amrita Bindu Upanishad, Kshuripopanishad, Tejo Bindu Upanishad, Dhyana Bindu Upanishad, Brahma Vidyopanishad, again Yoga Kundali Upanishad or Yoga Kundali Upanishad. This is part of our MS syllabus. Then Yoga Tattva Upanishad, Yoga Shikhopanishad, then Varahopanishad, Darshanopanishad, Yoga Chudamanyupanishad. This is again a part of our MA Yoga syllabus. Pashupata Brahmanopanishad, Mahavakyopanishad, and Shandilyopanishad. These are 20 Yogopanishad we have to learn in later part. So today we have learned that what is yoga. Then we have also learned what is the message from Upanishad. Then we also learned what is the relationship between yoga and Upanishad. And then we have seen that if we want to achieve the aim of Upanishad, the way out is yoga, and that's why yoga and Upanishad, both terms are together, and the information about yogic practices to fulfill Upanishadic wisdom is written in Yogopanishad. And that's why Yogopanishad is topic. This topic is very, very important to be learned. I'm sure in next lectures, we will try to understand more about this. With these terms, once again, I would like to convey thanks to you and thank you very, very much for this opportunity. Om Shantihi, Shantihi, Shantihi. Thank you very, very much.